What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one, and this one is, since we now know that there will be a prequel to Game of Thrones called House of the Dragon, what I'm going to do is cast every major character that I believe will be featured in this show. You can put who you think should be cast in the comment section. Now, we have casted a lot of people in this series, and we have gotten a lot of good feedback in the comment section, and I want you to keep that up. Keep putting in the comment section who you would cast as these roles and if you agree with my casting. Now, also, what you need to do to help a brother out is to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell. We are going live on Friday night, and what the stream will be about is your picks. Everyone that you think should fill these roles, whether you agree with me or not, it doesn't matter. I just want to hear who you think should be casted in these roles. Cheer! So make sure you click that thumbs up. We need 500 likes, people, to trigger the YouTube algorithm. That's going to get the video out there, and that's going to make more people in the live stream for you to talk to, alright? So let's get this thing popping so we can have a great live stream this Friday. That being said, it is time to cast another person for the House of the Dragon series premiering on HBO. Now, this is going to be another villain. As I said, we got to get through some of these villains because we've done some heroes, and I'm not going to give this person's full backstory because I do not want to spoil things for people who have not read the books. So right now, we are going to cast the role of Maegor Targaryen, first of his name, or also known as Maegor the Cruel. Maegor, a tall, broad, and fearsomely strong man, larger than his father, Aegon I Targaryen. He was bull-like, with heavy shoulders, a thick neck, and huge arms. Though he was on the heavy side, he was not fat, but more massive and square. He kept his hair short and his beard trimmed to his jawline. He had angry-looking, suspicious eyes and a scowling mouth. Maegor was born a warrior whose skills with weapons was unmatched. He lived for war, tourneys, and battle, and rose to become one of the youngest and finest knights of his time. However, he was also a hard and brutal man. His savagery in the field and his harshness towards defeated enemies was frequently remarked upon. Aegon was quarrelsome, quick to take offense, slow to forgive, and fearsome in his wrath. He was a rigid man, unyielding and unbending. He preferred fire and steel over settling issues instead of discussion, and showed cruel tendencies early in his childhood. Although he had many companions throughout his youth, he had no true friends, and even as an adult, Maegor trusted no one. Maegor wore his father's Valyrian steel and ruby crown. His armor, however, was more elaborate than Aegon's. Instead of a shirt of scale, Maegor wore a breastplate covered by a surcoat that displayed the Targaryens' three-headed dragon, red on black. In 11 AC, Queen Visenya Targaryen announced that she was pregnant with a son. That son, Maegor, was born the next year on Dragonstone. His mother gave him her Valyrian steel sword, Dark Sister, as a name day present when Maegor turned 13 in 25 AC. Despite the fact that there were several dragon hatchlings on Dragonstone, Maegor never claimed a dragon of his own. When his sister teased him that he was afraid of dragons, Maegor scowled and replied, only one was worthy of him. In 28 AC, he won a renowned tournament by defeating 3 knights of the King's Guard in a joust, and next winning the melee. He was knighted by his father, King Aegon I, at the age of 16, making him the youngest knight in the realm at the time. In both 29 AC and 30 AC, Maegor assisted the Master of Ships and the Hand of the King in 2 campaigns against the Pirate King, in the Stepstones, and in 31 AC defeated the Giant of the Trident. Now there's so much to go into on Maegor, but if I do, it would give away a lot, like what dragon does he eventually ride? What does he do to get the name Maegor the Cruel? Because up until now, what I've been reading to you, he's just basically like a hero. That's why they say in Game of Thrones, there are no good people, there are no bad people, they are just gray people. So I guess it's depending on who's looking at the story, why they called this man the Cruel. Maybe some people will call him Maegor the Wise. Who knows what it is, but that is what he's known as. So I'm not going to get into that, but what I'm going to do is cast this character right now. And I believe that in all the actors out there, there is only one person who deserves to play this part. And I think he has the look. I think he has the acting ability. And we've seen him swing the weapons, so we know he can do that. And that person is Alexandra Ludwig. Now we have seen him play Bjorn Ironside in the Vikings. I even like the actor who played him as a young person. I wish they could bring him back and use him to play the young Maegor. That would be phenomenal, but I don't think that kid's that young anymore. But depending on how old he is, he may fit for the young part of him. This is the person I would love to see casted in this part. Obviously, we've seen him in many battles in Vikings. This is a big mug, you know what I mean? He looks the part, and he looks like he can be very cruel if he has to be. He looks like he has a sinister side, and when you look at his hair color, you look at his eyes, hopefully they do the purple eyes, but what if they don't? You look at his eyes, you look at the way he keeps his beard, it is exactly the same color as Maegor the Cruel. This is who I want to play this role. I don't think that it's possible for anyone to come up with anyone better. But if you can come up with someone better, then put it in the comment section. I would love to hear who you come up with. Now I know that we usually cast 2 people, and I planned on casting 2 people. But this has gone on a little while, so we're just going to stick with this one casting this episode. But I'll be back tomorrow with another episode, and most likely we'll do 2 that episode. Don't forget, Friday, the live stream is going down. Make sure you get ready for that live stream, and the only way you're going to know what's going down so you don't have to keep checking back is to subscribe, click that bell, so you can be notified when I post a new House of the Dragon video. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace! And stay sexy.